Hi guys, welcome to another FIFA 22 SBC video. This is the content for 6 PM on Saturday, but I'm about an hour and a half later than that being out, so I was unable to kind of cover the 6 PM content when it came out at 6 PM, but I thought I'd come home and at least do a video. Have a look at what EA have given. I kind of seen what the two showdown players are and some of their stats and what they require. I think both of them have 2 segments to be able to complete their SBCs, but I'm glad this is back. To be quite honest, I don't see why EA don't bring this back earlier on in the year. I think, have it from the first week of the season. Tying in FIFA with real life football, I think is fantastic. I think it's something that everyone who plays Ultimate Team on a consistent basis very much welcomes this. It's always really, really cool. I just wish you would do it even earlier, but I suppose doing it in December, early December, that being as well, it's still not too bad. So of course, if the game between Barcelona and Bayern Munich ends in the draw, both cards will receive a +1 upgrade, which now if one team was to win, whether it be Barca or Bayern Munich, then that particular player of the winning side would receive a +2 upgrade. The player of the losing side would keep the same rates. Now, already these cards have already been given significant boosts compared to their base cards, which is fantastic. And hopefully, EA are going to keep giving give this on a weekly basis. That would be absolutely fantastic. I don't think we're given any much more in terms of content. No additional team of the group stage players. I would expect them to come tomorrow. I would expect maybe 3 or 4. Maybe even as many as 5 potentially for that tomorrow. This is a program that will only be on for a week. I don't see there being a second team. What I see being next week is Fut Freeze or Futmas, whatever you want to call it. But let's have a look at these 2 cards. I'm going to be saying if which ones. Obviously, you can do both of them if you want to, but which one out of the 2 of them might be better. And listen, okay, it's going to be the final Champions League game. Barcelona can still qualify. At the moment, I think they are second in their group. But if Bayern Munich beat Barca and Benfica beat Dynamo Kiev, then Benfica will go through and Barcelona will be in the Europa League. Now, the thing is about Bayern Munich, they're already guaranteed to finish top of their group. They just played right now as well against Borussia Dortmund, and they were winning 3-2 in the 98th minute. Lewandowski with 2 goals, and people, how did he not win the Ballon d'Or this year? I find absolutely ridiculous. He's just literally won them another very, very important game. So Bayern Munich are going to be focusing, because it's still tight at the moment in the Bundesliga. They're going to be focusing on their Bundesliga games. I'm not too sure who they got the upcoming weekend after this Champions League game takes place, but there's no need for Bayern to sit there and fully focus on this particular game, because they're already through it and the guaranteed top position at Barcelona. I'm going to be going full strength at the same time, either under Xavi after who was it that got sacked? Was it Koeman that got sacked? I think it was Koeman that got sacked. Even with Xavi in the team, they still don't look fantastic. Yes, Memphis Depay, Frankie de Jong, they have their moments as little, Ansu Fati as well, Pedri and stuff like that. But, again, today they got beat 1-0 at home to Real Betis, who are still a very, very good team. But even so, they shouldn't be getting beat at home to a Real Betis team. They should be more than capable of being able to beat them, and they didn't. They got beat. So even though Barcelona have more of an incentive to win this game, that potentially, but then at the same time, Bayern Munich, you'd fancy them to be, Barcelona, but they're probably not going to go full strength. I'd be surprised to see Lewandowski playing that game, for example. So, there are a lot of things in place, and obviously some of you guys might be doing both of them. We'll have a look at Nicolas Sule first, and we'll have a look in a second what kind of upgrades he's being given compared to his base card. I know it's a 6 rating increase. He has an 82 rated base card. I don't think he's got any other special cards. So I love the way that EA are really, really upgrading these players, because let's be honest, Nicolas Sule and Gerard Pique in this game, their gold cards, they're not really usable gold cards. Certainly when it comes to playing high-end division rivals and FUT champions, all of a sudden these cards, even if they don't get the upgrades, they're still going to be really, really usable cards. Now, Nicolas Sule's got very, very good pace. He's got very good height. Not a massive fan of his work rate, but his height is fantastic at 6'5". You can't ask for much more, really, there for a centre-back position. His pace is very nice. Shot power is good, but doesn't really mean too much, because he's never going to be having that many shots on goal. His passing, short passing is fantastic. Vision isn't too bad on a centre-back. Long passing, again, not too bad. Dribbling, composure and reactions as far as the centre-back goes is pretty nice. Defensive stats, very, very good. Jumping at 40, typically wouldn't be good on a defender, but the fact that he's 6'5", he probably doesn't need to have that good jumping, does he really? Because he's taller than most players anyway. Very nice physicality stats. Not too much going on in terms of player traits. And what does it require for this card? Will they have the exact same requirements for each SBC? So it's an 84 rate with a team of the week and an 86 rate. So that's going to be what? 2 decent packs in return and both tradable packs. That's going to be 200k. not bad. It's not bad. I mean, there's the Bundesliga is a good league. There's plenty of Bayern Munich special cards in this game as well, especially with team of the group stage. Sané got in there, Lewandowski got in there. He obviously with a draw, he go to an 89 rated, on with the win, he go to a 90 rated. If he gets any sort of an upgrade, then that's insane value. I think without the upgrade, he's not like incredible value, but I'd still say he's not terrible value. Now, Pique is also an 88 rated. He's got 3 less pace, plenty more shooting, but it doesn't really matter. Plenty more passing, plenty more dribbling. Probably, I think, is better in every single area apart from pace, which he lacks in by 3. Now, I know he was originally an 84 rated card, but I think they give him a massive, massive pace boost compared to his base cards. Again, 84 rated with Team of the Week and an 86 rated. So again, a similar price. That's good. That is really, really good. The only thing you'd say really with this, it's probably La Liga isn't as good as previous years at all. You'd say that the Bundesliga is better for squad building opportunities this year than compared to La Liga. La Liga's really, really fallen down, in my opinion, in the past couple years. 6'4", which is great. Very weird work rate. Pace is nice. Very, very good passing stats. Extremely good dribbling stats as far as the centre-back goes. Defending and physicality, again, absolutely fantastic. Not too much going on one-to-one player traits. I would say he's the better cards. I would argue that Sule is from the better league. But I would argue that Gerard Pique is the better card. And it's an interesting thing here because, these players, they don't have to play the match. It's not based on a player performance. It's based on what happens with the team. Who's home for that game? Is it Bayern or is it Barca? I have a feeling it's Bayern. I have a feeling it's Bayern Munich at home for that game. I'll have to have a quick look at that now in a second. But they are a really, really good set of showdown cards. Very, very, very good. So they both have the potential, depending on if they win, and Bayern did win 3-2 and then against Dortmund, a massive win that for them. Pique with the win go to 90 rated, as the same with Sule, and a draw, and they both go to 89 rated. And Bayern are home for that game, Wednesday at 8 o'clock, that game is. So they are fantastic. They really, really are. I'd be interested to see how they compare in terms of like what kind of increases they've had. Which one's the better out of the two of them? It's hard to say because I'd argue that Pique is the better cards, but I'd still argue, even though I don't think Bayern will put out their full-strength team, there's no reason for them to do so, and I don't think they will. I would still argue that a second-string Bayern Munich team is more than capable of giving Barcelona a match, 100%. So I would still be surprised if Bayern... I'm not saying that Bayern are going to win the game, but I don't think Bayern will get beat. I don't think Bayern will get beat. I've got to be honest. And there are plenty, you could link him with like an Upper Mancano, Alphonso Davies Rule Breakers card and stuff like that. Koller from Fut Heroes, if you've been able to pack him whenever you Fut Hero packs. But that increase, what an increase in terms of pace. Passing, I would like to have seen a little bit more of a better increase on. Dribbling's been nicely increased. Defending only by +4. Nice increase, I guess, on physicality. Yeah, it's a nice upgrade, but I think Pique has been given the better upgrade out of the two of them, but at the same time, not as a good league. Still, obviously, a very, very good league. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that league is bad, but it's not as good as the Bundesliga in terms of FIFA 22 and squad building opportunities. Ridiculous increase in terms of pace. Only 4 passing, but his passing, to be fair now, is pretty good. 85 for both short passing and long passing. His dribbling's been given +10, which is fantastic. I think he's a great card. I think he is one of the best centre-backs in the game. 100%. He's top 5. Who would be better than him? Maybe a Rafael Varane, a Paolo Maldini, Marquinhos. This card honestly rivals like an informed Van Dijk. 100%, and has the potential for upgrades. And if he gets the upgrades, if this card goes to a 90 rated, he's top 3 centre-backs in this game. 100%. 100%. And based on a card that is going to cost you, no more than 200,000 coins, I think that's worth doing. I think both of them are very, very good, but out of the two of them, if there's one that I think's better, it's got to be Gerard Pique. This has been a long video, but I've enjoyed doing this one. I've enjoyed looking through the two cards. Let me guys know if you're going to be doing the SBC, and do you share the same thoughts as me, and what do you think the outcome of that game will be? But anyway, guys, that'll finish off this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.